Good morning, everybody. That's Sound here with a transfer review for Manchester United. This is my first one of the January window. First video for a while, actually. As you know, I'm pretty sporadic with my videos if you've watched these before, which you may not have. But I do try my best, to get material up, just as and when I can, really. But this is my first review of the January transfer window, the time of the year that I really don't like because, transfer windows, as I say, are generally a nightmare for United fans because we just get linked with everyone, don't we? And 99% of it is absolute BS. So, this is particularly an annoying one because January we never seem to sign anyone anyway in these windows, or very rarely anyhow. The only advantage of it is much shorter than the 3 months or whatever we go through in the summer. So anyway, first one is particularly probably the most interesting story that we've had so far in this window. The one that seems that has got a bit of backbone to it, bar the Lucas Moura rumour, is of course Alexis Sanchez. Now, yesterday it was revealed that United have gone into a bidding war with Manchester City, which is quite interesting because as far as I can see, they're both trying to go into a bidding war for a free transfer in the summer. United's trump card with this is that they're maybe willing to spend up to 30 million, 35 million to get him now. And quite frankly, that's the only way I can see it happening. This story does have, for me, a bit of genuine. There is a genuine story. Just came through Gianluca Di Marzio yesterday. He's notoriously accurate with his rumours, and therefore went through Sky Italia, through to Sky Sports, and yada yada yada. All the outlets got hold of it. Wenger's just had his press conference this morning and said that actually. He's obviously not said that he's in a bidding war, but he said the Sanchez situation is to be sorted out, and he said that a bidding war would be beneficial for the selling club, but he can't give us any information, which would suggest that there are 2 clubs involved, and obviously with all the rumours together, you put the 2 Manchester clubs as part of it. Now, do I think Sanchez is going to come to United? No, I don't think there's. I think there's probably a 20% chance, let's say, that he's going to come to United. I think it's been on the cards that he's going to City for probably a good couple of years, but particularly last summer, it looked like it was nailed on. Didn't happen for some reason, but it's obvious that he wants to go and play for Pep again. He's their kind of signing, he's a name. How we'd get a game there at the moment, I'm not sure, but that forward line he would add to it, and. Really, it's surprising it's dragged on this long. The one thing, as I say, the United have got is that City seem pretty keen to sign him on a free and give him a big signing on fee. So in terms of with the club, you'd imagine that they would prefer to sell to us, particularly because we're not looking like we're going to be potential champions, but it's Mourinho and it's all that, and Wenger and all that kind of stuff going on. You wouldn't, if it come down to Sanchez, I'm pretty sure though that he'd be going to City all day long. Why you would want to sit at a club like Arsenal, which is struggling to get top 4, struggling to win, knocked out of cup competitions even now, and you're obviously a much better player than should be in that team. Why you would then not, if you had the choice of the 2 clubs, not go to the one that unfortunately is in the ascendancy, 15 points clear. You're pretty much guaranteed to win a trophy this season, guaranteed to win the league and do pretty well in the Champions League. You wonder why he'd take that. But maybe money talks, as we know in football. So we'll see how that one goes. I expect him to stay. I expect him to go to City, whether that will be now or in the summer. But at least there's some genuinity about the rumour itself. The other rumours that have come up yesterday were Jamie Vardy and Chicharito. Javier Hernandez have been linked with United, which seemed to be plucked out of the air by the Telegraph, actually, which is no wonder really, because obviously with Hernandez being linked away from West Ham, naturally he's linked with United. Oh, let me drop my cup there. Naturally he's linked with United, and we need a striker. Now I don't really feel that actually getting him in. I wouldn't mind getting him in, to be honest, because I think that he would add something to the forward line, not as a starter obviously, because actually, I think Jose likes to play with a strong centre forward, so he wouldn't be that main striker. But for someone to come in, maybe play as a second striker, especially when you need a goal, we've notoriously struggled in front of goal this season, despite the fact that we have, we started off really well. We've had goals from all over the pitch, notoriously difficult to just get someone in who's a poacher like that. And so I think he would add something to it, particularly if it is a free as well. That would be pretty decent. Jamie Vardy, I have no idea where that's come from. 35 million. You're talking with Sanchez for 30 odd million. I think I know if you're going to spend 30 odd million on Sanchez, you can't say Vardy's worth the same. He's a good striker. He's quick. We do lack speed in attacks at times, but that's not where we need it. And quite frankly, I don't understand. He's not going to sit on the bench, is he, and be a backup striker to Romelu Lukaku? So that one is literally plucked out of the air, I think. And finally, Lucas Moura, which has been rumbling on for a few days. We obviously need someone in that position. Being honest, we need someone on the wings who can cross a ball. That's what we need. That is exactly what we need, rather than a striker at the moment, I think. Because delivery is a huge, huge issue for Manchester United. And I think if you get your delivery right, I feel like your goal scoring problem it almost goes away, and I think we'd be killing teams off, and I think Lukaku would benefit from that. We notoriously talked about the fact that he's lacked service this season, and I think he's had undue criticism. And to get the number of goals, is it 16 in all competitions now? I think he's got maybe 10 in the Premier League. To get the number of goals he's got with the service that he's been given at times is pretty miraculous. So I think you get someone in who can do the job on the wing and can put a ball into the box, then we'd be halfway up to at least cutting that gap down a little bit and doing well in the cup competition. So, do I think Moore is the man for that? No, I don't think he's been. When I've seen him at PSG, I don't think I've not seen the quality. I've not seen what the fuss has been about. 30 odd million is too much. Would I take him on loan? Maybe, but he's not really a crosser of the ball anyway, as far as I can see. He's a bit of a tricky winger. Mahrez would be the man. Mahrez, for me, would be the man, because he gives you something, he gives you delivery, he gives you speed. Obviously play cuts in really well from that right side. So I would say, Mahrez for 30 million, I would take. But Moura's not the man for me. So let's see how it goes. Sanchez, I fully expect at least a bit interesting for us, to have, a rumour where we are actually going in for these players. Obviously, if we don't get him, we've probably, the options are we're probably going to have been, taken around the bend with him, by him for a bit of a deal, to get a better deal at City. And then all the papers will be like, United lost a bidding war with Manchester City, which isn't the case. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes anyway in the next few days. I will try and get a few more of these videos out, guys. I know I'm really sporadic with them, but if you could like it and share it, it'll encourage me to do a few more, or literally, when I've got a spare moment, But I'm sure there'll be a few more in this window. Anyway, subscribe if you're not, like the video, and I'll see you next time.